The Sith and Jedi Order have led many conflicts against one another, but none perhaps more bloody and horrific than the Thousand-Year Darkness. During this conflict, the Jedi and Sith clashed against one another, and the great and mighty Jedi Order began to crumble under the weight of the increasing power of the darkness. For what seemed like the first time in galactic history, the Jedi Order and the Sith seemed to be on equal footing, as the Jedi Order began to crumble due to the waning power of the Republic that had backed them. It was during this conflict that the Sith Master, Darth Revan, arose, and took control over much of the Sith forces, believing he could nearly single-handedly wipe the Jedi Order from the star maps. Quote, "Darkness is a friend, an ally. Darkness allows us to understand others, to see what they value when they believe no one else is looking. It allows us to be honest with ourselves, to express those values that we would disavow in the light. The light blinds us. It is only in the dark that we see clearly, and there is a great dark hidden among these worlds." Revan believed that there was still many dark side secrets yet to be uncovered, even by the greatest practitioners of the dark side of the Force, and that these secrets would lead to the eventual ultimate rise of the Sith Order and destruction of the Jedi. Because of this belief, Revan built a massive fortress made specifically to delve deep into the dark side of the Force and uncover its many secrets and new abilities that it had to offer. Over time, this dark fortress became a sort of demented laboratory for the study of the dark side of the Force. After heavily researching the history of the Sith Empire, Revan found that they had always seemed to turn on one another, and that no two powerful Dark Lords could ever work together to achieve greater goals. Because this, the ultimate goals of the Sith Empire as an entirety were never met. The conflicts always seemed to end with the two Sith Lords tearing each other apart through jealousy and fear. Because it was always an inner conflict with itself, the Sith Empire could never crush the Jedi Order, who emphasized unity. Because of this fact, Revan resolved to create a Sith warrior with pure loyalty and honesty, even if this had to be an artificial creation, and not a true connection of loyalty and trust made between a master and their servants. The answer to Revan's quest was the ultimate creation of the greatest fighters the Sith Empire had ever seen. But not only this, armies loyal only to them. What was created deep in the confines of Revan's fortress was known as the Sith Battle Lords. Quote, "These warriors, the Sith Battle Lords, were fearsome and hardy, having demonstrated a willingness to die for the Sith in any attempt to curry favor and enhance their own power." The method of creating a Sith Battle Lord, however, was dangerous, and could even result of the death of the Sith Lord in the process. If the ritual had been conducted properly, though, it would create undying pure loyalty to all the servants of the Sith Battle Lord. Loyalty even unto death. This is what was in store for a Sith Lord willing to undergo the ritual in order to create a Sith Battle Lord. There's a long, drawn-out ritual, all sorts of Sith magic is involved, and I don't want to know exactly what happens, but at the end, the person who's supposed to become a Battle Lord is laid down and cut open. Then he bleeds, and while he's bleeding, his troops pass by and track through his blood. By forcing the servants to walk through the blood of the Master, a connection between the two was formed deep within the darkness, and a connection that could cause the Sith warriors to even commit suicide in the service of their Battle Lords. Unfortunately for many Sith that wished to become Battle Lords, the process ended up killing them, as the Sith Lord had to pull themselves from the brink of death after being drained of blood, as a sign of loyalty and a connection to their troops, and also as a sign of power and worthiness. In some cases, Battle Lords accidentally drained all of their blood and ended up dying in the process. In other cases, Sith could fight against the embrace of death for hours before succumbing to its might and passing on. While in this injured state, the Battle Lord could have no aid or outside medical attention, only able to survive through their own merits and strengthen the dark side of the Force. In the case of success, though, the Sith warriors were 100% loyal to their Battle Lords, and there was never any report of desertion within the Sith ranks by a servant to a Battle Lord, as their loyalty was unquestionable. The Jedi discovered during the war, however, that if a Battle Lord was killed, the connection with their servants would be severed, and the warriors could again think for themselves. Even more so, past this point, their loyalty was compromised. On one occasion, after the Jedi captured a servant of a Battle Lord for study, they also noted that they experienced pain when separated from their master for too long, and if separated indefinitely, they would die. The war eventually came to an end, however, after the Battle Lords and Revan were destroyed by the unstable power of an ancient darkside artifact known as the Dark Staff. Past this point, no Battle Lord was ever created because the knowledge was seemingly lost. Later, though, during the Clone Wars, several Darksiders entered Revan's fortress with hopes of discovering again how to create a Sith Battle Lord, but their attempts only resulted in death. The Sith Battle Lords proved as an invaluable asset to the ancient Sith, but the secret to their creation and the secret to the undying loyalty from a Sith died with Revan and his many armies. So what are your thoughts on the Sith Battle Lords and the terrifying creation process in order to produce one? Also, in your opinion, what is the most sinister darkside ritual that you have ever heard of? And as a final question, had you ever heard of the Battle Lords before today's video? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed and want to help the channel out, be sure to hit the like button. If you would like to see more Star Wars explanation videos and stay up to date with all the Star Wars news from The Last Jedi to Star Wars Rebels, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to turn on notifications to see everything as soon as it comes out and to make sure that you become a living holocron today. If you would like to get in direct contact with me, follow me on Twitter, where we discuss all things Star Wars and debate with one another on the various topics concerning the universe. If you have any video ideas you want to see explored, leave them in the comments below the video with hashtag suggestion at the end of your comment so I can find it better. If you do end up leaving a suggestion, I really appreciate it and hope to one day make a full video dedicated to your question or suggested topic. Thanks again just for simply watching the video and your continued support on this Star Wars journey. May the Force be with you and have a great day.